I'm taking the strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Wishing you all a happy new year. It's episode 176 of the SZN Podcast. I'm your host, Kam.
I'm your host, Flowz.
And as always, guys, new year, but same drill. Head over to SZN Podcast or SZN Pod. That's our Instagram and Twitter pages. And that page will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. There's a link in the bio on both of those pages there. Please make sure you do that. Help us run up those streams. We're going to give you more content this year for sure. Flowz, first of all, happy first of the year. Happy first of the month.
Yeah.
January, we're here. Happy New Year, man.
We're back.
We're back. Quick turnaround, Flowz. Yeah, we do have one fight to speak about. Obviously, started the year, so guns aren't firing just yet, but there's still little bits and pieces that are going to keep us occupied this January. And one of these pieces is the return of Vergil Ortiz Jr. Obviously, I think, Flowz, we spoke about it semi-briefly before when it was announced back end of last year. Obviously, there's been quite a lot of uncertainty, I think I'd say is the right word, Flowz, right? About Vergil Ortiz and his career. He hasn't fought since 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Was it 2020? No, McKinson was 2022.
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, 2022. So that's when he last fought. And since then, obviously, we know it's been very well documented, Flowz. He's had a myriad of health issues, really. And he was meant to fight Stanionis last year at welterweight. Obviously, we said this was a very good fight. You know, two contenders. But it was postponed 3 times. And I say postponed, it's actually been cancelled now, obviously, because Bro's moved up a new weight class. So that Stanionis fight we're probably not going to get for anytime soon. But yeah, Flowz, it seems like he's back. Just to clarify as well for the listeners, Flowz, because I think it was a bunch of health issues that he suffered. I know one of them was COVID related, but the one that resulted in the Stanionis fight being postponed twice or 3 times, but two of the reasons were due to he's been battling with it's a medical term. I don't know if I can say this word. Rhabdomyolysis.
Okay.
Which apparently it's a life-threatening condition, which, you know, the breakdown of muscle can sort of potentially inflict irreparable harm to the kidneys. So serious issues, which is why he was hospitalized. And I think we were both quite taken aback, Flowz, right? When this was announced and we're seeing that it's at 154 and not 147. I don't know if for you saw that as I initially thought that maybe that's because maybe he's had issues making the weight at 147. Maybe it could be health related as to why he's now complaining at 154. Yeah, Flowz, do you think this is something that he will stay at and then move back down to 147? Or do you think if he looks good, that will just be him at 154 from now on?
Yeah, I think it's down to him, how he feels, how he looks. Like you, I wasn't sure if this is, let's just get him out there at the weight he can make, a weight he's probably healthy at. And if this camp goes well, if this fight goes well, he'll go back down to 147. Yeah. Or if it's just a case of he's going to stay at this weight because it's just a healthier weight for him. Yeah, we anticipated that he would move up to this weight anyway in his career.
Yes, for sure.
So it's not like it's a shock in that sense. But yeah, I think it's due to see how he feels and how his body holds up, just given the other health issues he's had.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously with Ortiz, his rise has sort of been, you know, in parallel with the rise of another top undefeated welterweight in Jerome Boots Ennis, who obviously we know is a champion now. Took him off our list. He graduated with honors. Do you think, Flo? Obviously, I guess when both of them come up at the same time, there's a lot of talk of the fact that, you know, these two eventually are going to rule the welterweight division at 147, and they're going to have that clash, and they will possibly be potentially the new Spence and Crawford. Once Spence and Crawford get out of the way. If he does stay 154, I saw some people saying, we want to get that clash between, with Boots and Ortiz. But for me personally, Flowz, I'm not too worried because not only are both these guys still really young in boxing terms, but I think it's quite clear that Boots is going to move up to 154 as well. He's huge at 147. It makes sense eventually for them. In fact, I could see both of these guys getting to 160 at some point. So I still think that clash can potentially happen. It's not the end of the road on that one.
Yeah, it's definitely not dead in the water. We were looking for both of them to gain some silverware, have titles before they got on.
Yeah.
And that's still possible. I think the 154 division with Vergil Ortiz's age, it's still there for the taking for him. And it's there for the taking for Boots as well, when he wants to move up as well. So it's a fight that can still happen. I think the most important thing for me is to see Vergil Ortiz Jr. healthy and strong and hungry as well.
Yeah.
Because he was showing that hunger beforehand. In fact, I think we've discussed it before. He was impressing me more in terms of who he's fighting.
We said resume. We agreed that his resume was stronger than Boots, to be honest, overall.
Yeah.
And the fact that, again, you can't look past the fact that I don't know if it's much to look into because Boots's knockout ratio is pretty much bang on as 100%. But Ortiz has legit stopped all his opponents. He hasn't gone distance once. He's knocked out every single one of his opponents. So, yeah, he was doing it because if I compare the two flows, I would say, look, from the outset, Boots is probably more complete in terms of he has more notches in his arrow to me. But what I liked about Ortiz's fights was you can see him making adjustments on the fly and learning. Mean Machine, perfect example where obviously Mean Machine, as he tends to do, was giving him hell early doors.
Yeah.
And we were saying, okay, Vergil, what have you got? This guy's a real, he's a real live wire. He's potentially a banana skin. Let's see you learn and make adjustments in the ring. And we're seeing Ortiz do that. He's learning in there whilst he's going. So that's, seeing that progression from him is really good, really positive to see, right, from a young fighter.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's hopefully we get to see Vergil Ortiz picking up where he left off as opposed to some decline in him. I think he looked good against McKinson last time out.
I mean, we knew that was food for him still.
Yeah. And that was a long layoff. He's coming off another long layoff. So once again, hopefully he kind of still has that in him is the hope. Yeah. It's a 12-rounder as well, which is
12. Yeah, surprising, right? For a long layoff comeback, non-title fight, 12-rounder. It says to me that they're trying to move with him again and just get the ball rolling as quick as possible. And I guess it brings us to the opponent flows. Got a name by name of Vergil Lawson. Spent all this time talking about, we didn't even mention the opponent, but Vergil Lawson. Obviously, we were there going through his record flows, and I think the only two people that stand out on his resume. So he's 30 fights, 22 wins by KO, 3 losses. All 3 of those losses were by stoppage. 5'9", 70-inch reach. The 2 names that I recognize on his resume is Charles Hatley, who I remember fought Charlo a couple of years ago for a title, I think it was, and Kevin Bizier. And Flowz, I don't know if you want to repeat the comment you made about certain man on that resume. I don't know if you repeat it to the listeners, Flowz, you might as well.
I just said if Kevin Bizier is beating him, then I think Vergil Ortiz shouldn't have too many issues. I saw he beat Braydis Prescott as well. He's got Braydis Prescott, but Braydis Prescott wasn't really great. To be honest,
true. Still living off that one punch.
I was trying to see if I've seen him out before, and I can't remember seeing him. But I think Vergil Ortiz should come away with this win.
I think it's fair to say, right, this is a nice comeback opponent for Ortiz to look good against, right? And possibly stop, especially three of Lawson's losses have been by stoppage. I think the expectation is for him to get a bit around him before knocking this guy out eventually. Obviously, he's not a soup can in that sense, but he's tailor-made for him to, almost the way McKinson was also kind of fed to Ortiz to make him look good. I think this is sort of along the similar vein. So, even despite the layoff flows, based on his talent and his ability and what he brings to the table, I'm expecting Ortiz to shake off a bit of ring rust before getting this guy out there decisively. I think that'd be good for him. Nice return for him. Even if he goes 12 rounds, Flo, to be honest, that's still good for him because bro hasn't fought in over a year. And as you said, he's been very inactive in between. But for him to get the win in a KO fashion, I think will be nice. And I think that's what Golden Boy and the Zone are hoping for him to do, right? I know it's Golden Boy. Yeah, he is Golden Boy. He's not Matchroom. Yeah.
He needs to kind of phrase name, because before all of this happened, he was calling for Crawford. He was active.
Because he was WBO mandatory, wasn't he? He was number one. And he was calling for Crawford. I remember that.
Active. They were doing interviews. You said he's ready. So it doesn't matter if he's ready.
But he also called. I remember him saying, even if he can't get Crawford, he'll take Spence, because obviously they're both from Texas. So he was like, we can do that in the Cowboy Stadium or whatever. He was calling for that fight if possible. So he was definitely active. It's funny because he also is a bit. I think he's probably more vocal than Boots, but he's still not the most vocal of guys. Vergil Ortiz. He seems like a nice guy to me. But let's see what. I'm intrigued to see if, at 154, what he looks like. Hopefully there isn't too much ring rust, and if he can sort of make a statement. And if he looks good, Flowz at 154. I don't. Obviously, it's nice having 147, but it's not a necessity, if you know what I mean. If he wants to stay 154, stay there. That's also a nice division as well to campaign in still. So,
and if he looks good, I would like to see him against Conor Ben.
Flowz, 24. Flowz, when are you going to stop this, bro? Everyone now you're saying is someone for Conor Ben to fight.
Yeah, he's a good name.
Flowz, a heavyweight can look at you like, I want to see Conor Ben. I want to see how he fares against Conor Ben. What's wrong with you, Flowz?
I would like to see it. I'd like to see a Conor Ben versus Vergil Ortiz.
To be fair, Conor Ben is out here calling up Boots, so he probably would call that. He probably would say something like that.
Yeah, look, he doesn't mind going up to 160 to 154. So Conor Ben's in the mix with all them, man, now for me. He's in the mix. So let's see what Vergil Ortiz does. I know Conor Ben's fighting soon as well. So maybe one for the summer.
Who's he fighting? I don't even know. Oh no, I do know. Yeah, I saw it got announced the other day. Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's in Feb 3rd. So
yeah.
Main thing is for Vergil Ortiz to look good and healthy.
Yeah. And it's also worth interest in just mentioning as well, Flowz. For this fight, he's returned to Robert Garcia. Okay. So Robert Garcia obviously was with him for about 3 years up until 2021. And then obviously he got trained by Vergil Ortiz Jr. and Hector Beltran. But now for this fight, he's gone back to Robert Garcia. Obviously we know Robert Garcia, a very respectable trainer. Are you a fan of Robert Garcia, actually? I don't think I've ever asked you.
Yeah, I think we spoke about it when AJ went over to him.
When AJ was looking.
I think Robert Garcia is good. I didn't think he was the best for AJ.
I think that's what. I remember you saying that. I think Hayden said that as well. He didn't want Robert Garcia as AJ's trainer. To be fair, the fit wasn't right, as we saw, because AJ ran away. Their split was peak. They were dissing each other.
It wasn't a great. But you look at his roster and who he's worked with, and they've always been competitive, hungry, action style. His brother, Mikey Garcia is fundamentally good. Comes forward. What's his name? Maidana. So Robert Garcia he's got a good camp. It's just I've never seen him work with a heavyweight, so it was a bit baffling for me.
Or apart from AJ, a non-Latino fighter. But Ortiz's style suits Robert Garcia's training, I think. So
someone who throws a lot of punches,
comes forward and throws punches. Yeah. I'll never forget the. Mikey hit harder than Canelo.
Mikey, he repeated it.
That's what I do, when it comes to this boxing thing, family members are the most gassed out of everyone. For him to to repeat it with a straight face, I said, you are crazy. Oh man, shout out to Robert Garcia, man. It's Mikey's damn near retired now.
He's done.
Since the Sandor Martin embarrassment, he's pretty much gone now. Good career, Mikey, man. Great champion. But okay, cool. I think Vergil Ortiz. We'll see how he looks. Look forward to seeing him back. Stay healthy, and that should be a nice way to kick off 2024. Flowz should be a nice knockout victory. That's what he tends to do. So Apart from that, Flowz said it was probably a short one. I don't know if you want to add.
There was the
anything else.
undercard is your boy.
Okay. I haven't seen the
Davis.
undercard, you know.
O'Hara Davis
yes,
versus
Barroso. That's actually a really good fight. Actually, let's talk about that. Because obviously, I actually had no idea that was an undercard. That's sick. For O'Hara, obviously he is in position, or he was in position to fight. What's his name? Rolly Romero for that WBA title. I think it's WBA anyways. He was number one contender, mandatory position. They couldn't agree to fight because I believe Rolly cited an injury. So in the interim, obviously, they ordered O'Hara and the number two contender, which was Barroso, who, in our opinion, Flo, should be champion. Yeah. Shout out to Robbery of the Year for 2023. Yeah, it's on wax. But so it's O'Hara versus Barroso, and the winner obviously would then get their shot again at Rolly Romero. Kind of feel for O'Hara because obviously I know he's worked hard to get his position. I think since his last loss would have been the Catterall loss, wouldn't it have been? Yeah, I think it was a Catterall loss. That was his last loss.
It's been a while since he lost.
Actually. So I actually like O'Hara Davis. Even coming up, I thought he was talented. The Taylor fight was just too soon for him. I was quite, I know. I liked what he did, and Taylor was just way too good for him. And the Catterall, as we know, is a very, very core boxer. So, but yeah, he's going about his business quietly. Tough fight for him though, because as we saw, bro, this Barroso guy, even though he's 40, he can still bang, he can still box very, very well. So it's not a foregone conclusion, to be honest, Flo. He could lose this, O'Hara Davis. He could lose this.
Yeah, for sure. And it's one of those ones we've seen O'Hara Davis fold
in the big moment, right? Yeah.
This is a big moment. This is Is this? Would you say? Wait, this for the belt or is this for?
I think it's for an interim belt, no?
Because Rolly was made champion in recess, no?
Let me check. Actually, let me check.
Rolly was made champion in recess. So I'm not sure if this is for the actual belt or not.
I know. I'll get up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not actually saying what it's for on BoxRec. Let me just see. I can quickly search up now.
Yeah. Because if it is, it might be for interim. I think Rolly was made champion at recess, but maybe.
Wait a second. Why am I seeing? Okay, no, it's still on. I saw one news report saying it was off for visa issues, but now I'm seeing that it's still on again.
I think that was previously, right?
Yeah, it was. From what I can see,
it's not for the belt.
It's for an interim belt, from what I can see.
Okay, cool.
I think it's from interim belt. Yeah,
it's a big shot for him. It's a big moment for him.
Yeah,
I would like to see O'Hara Davis do it. I think he's probably fundamentally a better boxer than Rolly Romero.
Yes, for sure.
So he should be able to avoid such problems. And he should be familiar with Barroso.
What? Based on what he's
Barroso is got to fight. I'm rooting for O'Hara. He should win. He should come away with it. I want
him to win because it'd be nice for him to beat Rolly and as UK champ. Obviously, and I think that build up would be quite funny as well because they both talk a lot, O'Hara and Rolly. So I like that. Obviously, I do feel hard done by for Barroso because he should be champion, as we know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So, and at 40, you think how many more chances are you going to get to potentially win the world title? So, I feel for him. I don't even know if Barroso's actually been a title holder before. I don't think he has.
Should be a good fight, though. That's for sure.
It's dangerous because, like I said, this Barroso guy, not only we saw he was boxing well, but again, you can say it's not very hard to outbox Rolly Romero, but Tank made it look hard, but I think that's just Tank being silly.
Yeah.
But he's got real power for those 24 wins, 22 by KO. So he's never won a title. So I feel for him. That's deep, man. That is so deep. Awful stoppage. But yeah, man, I look forward to it, man. Hopefully O'Hara Davis can bring it home. Good luck to him.
Yeah, for sure.
Flowz, I was going to ask, is there anything else in the boxing streets recently you want to bring up? Or if not, it's a nice short and concise one to start off the year.
So Tank got officially made email champion, or am I making that up? The term email champion is hilarious. I think he's been officially elevated. I saw him tweeting someone. Yeah, I saw him tweeting someone beefing.
Yes, he has been. Yeah, he's now the WBA lightweight champion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been elevated.
So what are your shouts, Tank?
Yeah, because Haney vacated.
Yeah.
I'm finished. Now PBC can finally say, yeah, we got because they market champion as a world champion. They market him as a world champion when he's not the real world champion. As Bill Haney was even pointed out. So now they can actually officially be like, yeah, we've got the world champion here, Tank.
Yeah, we've already been saying that already, so they're not going to change it, but he's officially email champion.
I think it's funny because he actually did say he wasn't interested in being elevated.
Yeah. He's not interested in the belts.
Yes, because he's not interested in the belts and sanctioning fees. So, but yeah, they've elevated. He's probably gonna vacate Flowz.
Yeah.
Tank is most likely gonna vacate. He doesn't give a damn about that stuff. He's chasing. We know what they're chasing with Tank. So
it's just funny. Yeah.
Ebo champion, man. Shout out to Tiafimo for giving us that one, man. Was it Tiafimo? Yeah, it was. It was Tiafimo. Everyone says it now. Everyone says it now.
Everyone ran with it. Ran with it.
Hilarious term, man.
Devin Haney didn't even deserve it because he was calling Lomachenko.
It wasn't Haney.
It was Haney. Yeah.
Look, but it was
Lomachenko got elevated.
It was Bob Arum that created that situation. Yeah. Ebo champion though.
And he cooked for it. But yeah.
I remember one time he tweeted it, oh yeah, I see the 2-time email champion chatting to me, Devin Haney. I said, yo. Oh man.
But yeah, we'll see what Tank does with this. We'll see how they flex.
Yes. It's early days, right, Flowz? We'll see what happens. But things will be bubbling. We know this. We know what's going to happen with them lot. But yeah, Flowz, let's call it a day there, man, Flowz. Quick one. It's been episode 176 of the SZN Podcast. I'm your host, Kam.
I'm your boy, Flowz.
Once again, wishing you all a happy new year. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.